Hey there, and welcome to Ion Northwest Taps. I'm Allie Osborne. You know, the Pacific Northwest has long been a premier destination for lovers of craft beer, and for the next half hour, we're taking you on a tasting tour of some of the best this region has to offer. Our first segment takes us into Oregon's Mount Hood territory to explore the region's long-held tradition of innovation and collaboration in brewing.
I think we're kind of blessed to be part of the Mount Hood territory because of the products we can get a hold of. All the natural ingredients are here in abundance.
The hops and barley's grown locally, we have a great yeast supplier in town, and most importantly, the pristine water that's coming from the glacial runoff from Mount Hood area.
And that's all the ingredients you need for beer. It's just all right here.
Our first stop in Oregon's Mount Hood territory brought us to Oregon City Brewing's Beer Library in Canby, a former public library repurposed into a gathering spot for the community. Their head brewer was kind enough to show us around.
My name's David Voden. I work for Oregon City Brewing. I grew up in New Jersey where I learned how to homebrew from my dad, who's a longtime home brewer, and I moved out here to try to get a job as a professional brewer. Oregon City Brewing started in 2014. The Morrow family started it. They're longtime residents of Oregon City, and they wanted to start a small local craft brewery in their hometown. One of the great things about being in the craft beer industry right now is borrowing from all the historical beer styles and learning a lot about the history of beer and bringing that into play, while also all the experimentation and creativity that's going on around us. We're always trying to strive to be, new and interesting in this market. So it's a really nice mix of knowing your history and trying to explore and experiment. Today we're here at the Canby Beer Library. It's our second location, opened a few months ago. It's a food cart pod with 7 food carts and our tap room where we serve all our beer, and also our barrel aging facility, which you can see behind me. Our original location in downtown Oregon City is where we brew all the beer, and also has a food cart pod with 9 food carts and a ranch pizza, and a tap room where we serve also all our products. The thing that probably makes Oregon City Brewing the most unique is our small system, so we can make a wide diversity of beers. So every time you come in here, we'll have 35 beers that we made and 5 house-made sodas, and those rotate because we make over 100 beers a year. So it's a great place to bring the whole family because we have something for everybody. The Oregon craft beer community is really tight-knit. People are always willing to help each other and give advice and, cheer you on when you win or are successful, and always there to help. We've won quite a few awards. Last year was a great year. We got 14 awards for 11 different beers, including 2 gold medals at GBF and 1 gold medal at the World Beer Cup, which are both really significant competitions. I really like the job for having such a diverse set of skills that you can apply to it. You can do some engineering and problem solving, and also have a lot of creative control and bring in culinary skills to making a wide diversity of beers. Really excited to see you if you can come visit us in downtown Canby or Oregon City.
Oregon City Brewing is nestled near the banks of the Willamette River, but that's not the only river giving life to the region's breweries. Head northeast along the mighty Clackamas, and you'll find a well-loved spot offering refreshment to adventurers and families alike.
Hi, my name is Justin Colton. We're at Time Travelers Brewing in Estacada, Oregon. Time Travelers Brewing is a family-owned business. We're all local. We all grew up in the area. We try to build a sense of community in here. And a lot of the people, the patrons that come in here, all know each other. So oftentimes it becomes a place to visit with each other and see each other once a week is what we're hoping for. That's the vibe we want. We're family friendly. We like having kids and whole families come in here. They'll roll in and order burgers, fries, onion rings, wraps, many sides, hummus, a lot of options for all dietary restrictions. It's on the way to a lot of water sports upriver. We're by Promontory Lake. A lot of people do a lot of hiking. So there's a lot of outdoor sports. We love it when people pass through and visit us. Maybe get something to go, stop in, have a beer. We have 5 main beers that we sell a lot of that we like to keep fresh, and a couple of seasonals that we do. Really the best person to talk about the brewing is our brewmaster, Derek.
Here at Time Travelers, we focus on making quality beer with the best ingredients we can. I think it's like an art in making beer. It's kind of like a nerdy science. You can change so much with the water profile and stuff because we have such a clean water. We're pretty much like a clean slate with our water. Like that's 98% of the beer. If you want to make a beer style that's like German, We can like add salts to the water to mimic the water in Germany. A lot of people around here try to drink the same stuff usually, but if they see a new IPA or something that's on tap, they're like, gotta try it. It's fun with a lot of the regulars that come in, sit down with them and talk about their day-to-day life, but then they also drink your beer and tell you how good it is, and it's fun. I'm always learning new stuff about brewing, if it's on YouTube or books, and from other breweries. Bill and Sandy, I like going to his brewery, Boring Brewing, drink beers with him every once in a while, and it's kind of like a little community. Like everyone kind of knows each other.
Well, that sounded like an invitation to us. So we paid a visit to Bill at Boring Brewing and Sandy to hear about his experience brewing beer in Oregon's Mount Hood territory.
It's a great sense of community in the Oregon beer industry as a whole. And out here being away from the Portland metro area, everybody relies on each other pretty well. And you can go from place to place and almost like a tour and try completely different things in each stop. I love doing small batches. I've been told I should get a bigger system and this and that, and I want to do small batches, be creative with it. We have just about every flavor of beer you can think of. We have the classic styles, the IPAs, the hazies. My favorite is always our brown ale that we do. We do stouts and porters. At any given time, we have 12 to 15 different beers on tap. Here at Boring Brewing Company, we're very family-oriented. When we opened the place up, we wanted to make sure everybody was welcome. So we do a lot of lower alcohol beers, non-alcoholic beverages. We've expanded our food menu. Just try to make it a friendly, happy place to hang out. We have a good group of locals that are always here off and on. I have a great set of regulars that are here pretty much all the time for everything that happens. But we also get a lot of mountain traffic. People are going up to play on the mountain, they check that out, and they know we're here. They seem really happy coming back down off the mountain. They've had a good long day of skiing, they're tired, and so they just want to stop, take a break, get a little something to warm up, and get a bite to eat. I like hearing their story, and when people ask questions and stuff, I love to try to answer what we can. A lot of times, myself or my other brewer are here brewing while we're open. People are always welcome to stop in, hang out in the brewery while we're doing that, have a beer, and see how it's done. Come by and try us out. You won't be sorry. It's relaxing, it's fun. We have different activities most nights of the week that you can be part of, or you can just watch. So yeah, the next time you're out in the Mount Hood area, going hiking or fishing or going up skiing or something, stop by the different breweries. You won't be disappointed, I can guarantee that.
With the over 24 breweries, cideries, distillers, and tap rooms that call it home, there's always something new to experience in Oregon's Mount Hood territory. Plan your perfect tasting trip at mounthoodterritory.com/brews. Stick around for more Ion Northwest Taps, because when we come back, we're headed to the Oregon coast to a brewery born at the beach. Welcome back to Ion Northwest Taps. I'm Allie Osborne. For decades, Pelican Brewing Company has been an essential part of any trip to the Oregon coast, and we headed out to their flagship location in Pacific City and their newest location on the Slits Bay to check it out for ourselves.
Hi, I'm Mary Jones, one of the founders of Pelican Brewing Company. Welcome to our Pacific City location, the birthplace of Pelican Brewing Company. Right here, you can watch surfers riding the waves, story boats coming and going. You can watch your kids and dogs play in the sand and enjoy an award-winning beer all at the same time. Since we opened back in 1996, we have been so proud to be independent and locally owned and operated. And we just knew in our hearts that we could build something really special here. Born at the beach. That is an important phrase for us. One of our core values is to support our communities, and we knew that good jobs are really hard to find on the coast. Jobs that paid well, had good benefits, and that became a goal of ours, to provide that for the community. We also partner with other organizations like Solve for beach cleanups, trail keepers for keeping up our trails in the area, and we host science pubs in all of our brew pubs to help people learn about the coastal environment. So one of the things we're really proud of is the number of medals and awards that our brewery team has won over the years. Led by our brewmaster, Darren Welch, the team has really done a great job of brewing clean beers with lots of flavor. And that's been recognized the world over. And that's just something we are all really proud of.
So the first beers at Pelican were largely adaptations of my old homebrew recipes. And then the first kind of all from scratch beer was our first seasonal KOIN Cream Ale, which later turned into our flagship beer and a full-time part of our lineup. So the small batch beers we produce primarily for the guests who come to Pelican. And in fact, when they're on tap here in Siletz Bay, they're pouring directly from the brewery tanks themselves. We have here in Siletz Bay right now a batch of Drop Red Gorgeous, as well as one of our well-loved heritage beers, McPelican's Scottish Style. I think one of our fan favorite beers is the well-loved Beak Breaker, our double IPA, classic example of the style, clean, snappy, aromatic with sweet pine and grapefruit. Here at Pelican, we've been blessed with really talented brewers. We have lots of industry professionals out in the world that I'm proud to call Pelican alums. One of the things that we really emphasize here at Pelican is attention to detail and attention to the process. A signature of Pelican beers is a very aromatic presentation, well-expressed flavors, and then a clean, snappy finish. If you pan back to when we first started, the landscape of beer was so different back then. And we really felt a mandate to demonstrate as much of the breadth and depth and the range of beer color, flavor, and possibility as we possibly could as a small independent brew pub. And that mission to always be exploring flavor and balance and give people wonderful things to drink, that's ongoing.
It's really been an amazing journey for us. So now we have 3 restaurants on the coast. We have one in Cannon Beach. Of course, we have the original here in Pacific City. And we have one in Siletz Bay at the south end of Lincoln City. That's our newest one. You know, we strive to have a really wide menu, not just your traditional fish and chips and chowder, although our chowder is amazing. But also we have great burgers, and we have an amazing salmon entree. My personal favorite right now, I think, would have to be the 14-hour smoked tri-tip. It is an amazing dinner. And our brewery team makes recommendations for pairings for all of our various menu items. And I would encourage everybody to do that because it's really amazing what the right beer does for the food. It's really great. One of the great features that all of our brew pubs have are outdoor patios, where people can hang out, have a beer, watch their kids play in the sand, watch the ocean. It's really a fun atmosphere, and I think it's really important to our brand. We also have a tap room in Tillamook, which is in our production brewery, and that's where all of the packaged beer is canned, bottled, and shipped off to a local grocery store near you. We do have space for private events at all of our locations. This one here in Pacific City, we have an amazing banquet room right on the ocean front. And also in our Siletz Bay location, we have a couple of different private dining rooms. We rent those for all kinds of different purposes, and they have amazing views of the bay and the ocean. And it's been really a fun part of our lives to create those special experiences for people no matter where they are on the coast. But aside from that, the beach is inspiring to us, and it influences everything we do here. And we love that we get to live here, work here, and enjoy this every day. You can discover more about our 4 locations online at pelicanbrewing.com. And I hope to see you here sometime at the beach. Cheers!
You can visit pelicanbrewing.com to plan your visit to the Oregon coast or find their brews in a store near you and bring the beach a little closer to home. Don't go anywhere. When we return to Ion Northwest Taps, we venture to the Tualatin Valley for a sampling of some amazing breweries. Hey there, and welcome back to Ion Northwest Taps. I'm Allie Osborne. Oregon's Tualatin Valley lies west of Portland between the Tualatin and Chehalem mountain ranges. Famous for its wine, the Tualatin River, and fertile soils, the valley is also an acclaimed craft beer destination. For our final segment, we present you a special flight of breweries that call the Tualatin Valley home.
So my son, Jeremy, was the inspiration behind Ancestry Brewing. He was a home brewer and wanted to start a brewery with Dad. So he was the brains behind this, and I was the finance guy. We have 23 beers on tap. Our number one beer today is one of the very first beers that we made, which is Best Coast IPA. We've actually become the beer of choice in the Portland area for Irish Red, which is a nice, malty, smooth drinking beer. We also make Belgians, and our brewmaster, Sam Scoggins, we throw really tough beers at him and he comes up with things that taste great, first and foremost, every time.
Being in the heart of the Willamette Valley, we have like really easy access to really fresh barley, wheat. The best hop growers in the whole country are right in our backyard. So we're making IPAs with the freshest hops, the freshest ingredients we can, trying to make them really clean and trying to make really juicy, quaffable IPAs. And I think that's what customers are looking for these days and what draws some people into our restaurant, aside from the food and all the other beers.
The Tualatin Valley is a great place to live and work. We do have a great community support. Most of the people that come here are usually fairly close, and it's nice for them to be able to come. The food is great, so we're known for our beer, great beers, old ones as well as the new ones we bring on, and the food is amazing. I think the Reuben is probably that, and the Ono fish are probably the two most popular things we supply. When we started this business, we wanted to be family friendly, and so we allow children to come in with mom and dad, and the kids actually, as you can see back behind me, like to color, and they like to have us put them up on the board. We're also very dog pet friendly. A lot of people bring their pets and come on the patio area out here that overlooks the wetlands, and they really enjoy that, to just sit in the evening, watch the sun go down, and have a nice cool beer.
Welcome to Waltz Brewing. We're a cozy little brew pub located in Forest Grove.
Waltz Brewing started in 2014 when my father, Adam Zumwalt, and a couple of his buddies were home brewing in their garage, and they made some pretty good beer and wanted to share it with the community.
I moved to Forest Grove about 10 years ago, and Waltz Brewing is one of the first places I came to. And Adam Zumwalt, he took me right in, welcomed me to the community, and I actually ended up doing quite a bit of the welding on the original system. And that's how I met Sam.
In 2023, my dad, Adam, was ready to retire from the brewing business, and we just couldn't see the doors close on this place. So I got some buddies together and we decided to carry on the legacy.
So with this new chapter, we've upgraded our brewing system to a 3-barrel brew house, which allows us to be a little more flexible and consistent from the old equipment that we had. We're really excited. This next year is going to be a really big year for brewing.
We like to look at this as Waltz 2.0. We got a new brew house, new beers, but it's the same community.
Speaking of community, the Tualatin Valley is such a great place for beer. We love that the people here really enjoy the craft brews and the type of beers that we make, and we like to share with people. One of our best sellers right now is called 6 Point Porter. It's a really approachable beer for folks that might not typically drink dark beers. It's really drinkable and it's extremely smooth.
We really love experimenting with small batch brewing. We're really excited for our next beer. It's a single hop, single malt blonde, and it's finished with blackberries.
It's not only about beers here at Waltz Brewing. We love live music, and it's been a part of Waltz since the beginning. We bring in different bands and artists from all over the different regions, from Bend to Portland to Seattle, and bring them right here to the west side for people to enjoy. We do that about 3 times a month.
We also have other events here at Waltz Brewing. On Tuesday nights, we have a big trivia night, and on Thursdays, we have a bluegrass jam. If you want to learn more about any of the events we hold here, go ahead and check out waltzbrewing.com.
We're open Tuesday to Friday, 3 to 9, and 1 hour earlier at 2 to 9 on Saturdays. As the story goes, the name Waltz comes from Adam Zumwalt's brewing mentor back in the 1980s, Walt.
So as we say here,
waltz in,
grab a beer,
and enjoy yourself.
as long as you're 21 or older.
Cooper Mountain Ale Works was really a dream that I had with my wife and a couple of close friends. We had gone to Belgium, kind of accidentally happened upon a very large brew festival, and I just fell in love with a type of beer that I couldn't get here locally. The main focus for Cooper Mountain Ale Works is to bring a lot of European style beer to America, make it authentically. Every beer that we make contains the right malt and the right yeast from its country of origin, and we do whatever it takes to make sure that everything is authentic to its original style. When we came to downtown Tigard, it had been a community space for a long time. There's a gathering room in the back that's always been a free space to use for meetings and things of that nature. So they already had that kind of main centralized community feel to it, and we've continued to expand upon our offerings in terms of live music and other kinds of events to make sure that families and beer lovers don't have to go all the way downtown, especially in a snowstorm, especially in inclement weather. To be able to just stay here in Tigard and have just as good a time or better is our primary goal.
That's really a common thing between Tigard and Sherwood. Everybody needs that third place that they can come, that they can meet with their friends, that they can bring their family. And we know that if you come into Cooper Mountain Ale Works, if you come in for our live music, you come in for our game nights, for trivia or bingo, you come in for the great food, you come in for the amazing beer. We've got 20 taps. We've got lagers, of reds, of stouts, of everything, and yes, of delicious IPA. We know that if you come in and spend some time with us, you're gonna love it, and that's what we're here for. So later this spring, we're gonna have some exciting news. We're gonna be changing our name. We are going to be Patchwork Brewing, and we chose that name because we really felt like we're a patchwork of different people coming together.
Cooper Mountain was very much attached to where we live, and now that we are in Tigard and Sherwood, we've decided that a more broad-reaching name is a better choice for us.
We're a collection of disparate parts coming together, and we're making something beautiful. So we are going to be Patchwork Brewing starting in the spring, and we hope that you'll come in and join us.
You can visit tualatinvalley.org to explore these breweries and many others throughout the Tualatin Valley for yourself. Well, that's all for Eye on Northwest Taps. I hope this inspires you to get out there and check out the breweries, tap rooms, and gastropubs our amazing home has to offer. I'm Allie Osborne, and until next time, cheers.